Welcome to Pokemon Masterclass. We've got another deck list video for you. This time, we're running a dog deck. Electric deck. Justin's with me, too. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what up, dog? This deck is your dog's namesake. You've got a beautiful, lovable oaf of a yellow lab.
Yes, Ollie.
His name is Ollie. We featured him on the channel in other competitive formats. That is the Boltund.
Yes.
Actually, surprisingly, looks a lot like Ollie.
Yeah, he really does.
If Ollie's Pokemon, he's Boltund. Done deal.
You know what's funny? Is Yamper is a Corgi. My dad's dog is a Corgi. So my dad's dog one day will blossom into a beautiful dog.
Beautiful Corgi. There we go. So let's do it. This is our electric gym for expanded format. This is, again, doing our little mini series where we're going through all the colors, experimenting, trying to do basically like a mono deck, just like a self-inflicted sort of test or little a fun little game that we're doing here on the channel. So this is our electric gym. So this is kind of the full spread out right here, but basically we're gonna deep dive this for about 8 to 10 minutes and try to get through this and see what we got. So obviously I tacked in the Jolteons here. To show off the fact that I own the super awesome art, because all those Jolteon or all the evolutions, the full art spread, promo arts,
the ones from Evolving Skies,
man,
absolutely sick.
They're not a bad one in the bunch.
No.
Jolteon V's not really that good.
No.
But Boltund VMAX is.
Yes.
So that's pretty legit. So we're just running 1-1 just to get us a little secondary beat stick kind of damage dealer there.
A little something extra.
We're running 2 Tapu Koko Vs with the Spike Draw and Thunderbolt. There's not a bad thing on this card. He has no retreat cost, 200 HP. It's not down at like the 170, 180. 20 damage and draw 2. What more could you ask for, right?
Good, maybe 30 damage. But
and then we'll go through the normal pokes and we'll let you talk about your boy.
Yeah.
So we have to have a hone rep, obviously. And we're going with the dog meta, right? So we're running 2 Electrike and 3 Manectric. You might be asking, why would you do that? Brandon, you want to explain this?
Yeah, so before we hit record on this video, we went through this list, and we decided that there were a couple items that were really important to this deck that were a little more important than...
a third Electrike?
Yes, so... And there's never really a situation, I feel, where we're going to put 3 Manectric down.
Never.
We usually are just going to put 1 down depending on the situation. Plus, there's always,
and it's usually this one.
There's like Rescue Stretcher and
exactly.
things like that we will talk about later if you are really worried about your little Electrikes. So, we got this Manectric here. We got 2 of these because...
These come out of the Sceptile structure deck, and they're great.
Yeah. It's got Electric Start if you are going second. So, we're going to be trying to go second every game.
Basically.
If you... draw this Pokemon out of your deck, you can put him down in the active spot as a
bench,
but
without the Electrike. So basically, he becomes like a pseudo basic Pokemon for free.
Yep, and then you've got the 1 energy double charge. So if you draw into an Electric and a couple energies, play 1, and then you can use double charge, deal 40, and then grab another 1 energy. You can 2 in a dream scenario.
Yep. 2 basic energy from our hand.
Yep, and then put them on the
bench in any way. So again, it's in this deck. It's only going to be Electric, but again, from the Sceptile deck, you could move it in any color. So it's really, really good.
Also, free retreat cost gives us a lot of flexibility.
Usually, that's a big theme in this deck.
Yes,
that's actually like sort of what we're trying to show off as one of the themes of the Electric deck is that free movement. Yep. So we have. No retreat cost. No retreat cost. No retreat cost. This dude only has 1, but he also has Strafe, which is basically Volt Switch. And then we go down here, no retreat cost. So kind of a big theme of this deck is just being able to do what we want when we want.
Yep.
And then we have 1 other Manectric, which is Brandon was actually like, dude, you should slot 1 of these in. This looks great.
Yeah, we wanted...
Plus the art's cool.
We wanted some Pokemon that weren't so passive. We had a lot. There's a lot of passive Pokemon in this because we've got some Pokemon that we haven't shown yet that
Correct.
are literally just going to be sitting on the bench, keeping it nice and warm.
Exactly.
And after our Manectric, our support Manectric has done its job, there might not be a situation where it comes out. So we needed a little more damage that was easy
And it's only single prize.
Yes.
150 damage for only 30 recoil to the bench. Like, we can get around that easily.
Yep. And because Pokemon TCG is evolving in a way where you can deal 150, 160 damage for 2 to 3 energies.
Yep.
You need to start slotting in single prize cards.
Correct. So we're running double Mareep. Nothing much to say about them, and the only reason we're running these two specifically is because these are the two that I have that are reverse hollow, and Mareeps don't really matter. There's not one that exists that has like a value outside of just existing.
Yeah.
So I just picked the ones that are reverse hollow to flex. This is the reason we're running two Mareeps, because we're also running double Flaffy with the Dynamotor. So basically, if you've seen our Psychic deck, or if you've seen our Steel deck, this is that.
Yeah, we're grabbing electric cards out of the discard pile and putting them on the bench. This helps us accelerate energy after we've been using the Pokemon that have a retreat cost. So we're retreating and we're not afraid of the cost because
we can just get them right back.
At the end of the day, the most we're ever going to give up on a retreat cost, if this is on the bench, well, we'll give up 2, but after we accelerate it, we're only giving up 1.
Yep.
So we're not really worried about
exactly
that. And then, if we're not switching next turn, then
we've just got in a great spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically it for the pokes. The last thing we got to talk about, obviously, is the boy himself, your boy Ollie. So we're running 2 different versions of Ollie, not just for the artwork, but actually the function as well. So it'll be 2 and 2, and then we also have 2 of the VMAX. So we'll start here with the Electrify.
Yeah, so Electrify.
Shiny. Shiny.
Oh, yeah, shiny. Cannot forget that. Electrify, for 1 energy, you can search your deck for up to 2 basic electric cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. You put 1 here, 1 there.
Yep.
Awesome acceleration.
Only to bench.
Only to bench.
But it's from the deck. So Ollie has movement from the deck. Manectric has movement from the hand.
Yep.
And Flaffy has movement from the graveyard. It's all to bench, but that's why the no retreat cost is so important, because all of our energy movement is to, and then Beatty,
yep.
Spoiler alert, all of our energy movement is to the bench, but we have ways to pick out energy from anywhere in the game state.
Yes.
That's not the lost zone.
Yep.
So we're actually in a really good spot in terms of tempo here.
Yeah. So, yeah, that does it for... Oh, well, yeah, then we got Bolt Storm, which is another function of this deck that you're going to find on this as well as the VMAX. We're going to deal an extra 30 damage for every energy in play on our side. Every electric energy.
Correct. So it's 10 base on the V and 30 base on the VMAX. Otherwise, it's copy-paste the exact same wording.
At the end of the day, this attack doesn't do that much damage, but you can easily secure 2-hit KOs on a lot of things.
And you can stack it up quickly.
Yeah.
Because everything's so cheap, you can just kind of... When you get those times where you're like, spam 2 extra, and it's like, well, he's done. Spam 2 extra, well, he's done. And it does add up quickly, especially if you can get going early.
Yeah, and we do have some trainer cards that are going to help us add a little bit extra punch to our deck. So, all right, man, you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, so this one is a little bit like the secondary beater kind of thing. That one's more utility, and he's like the miniature version of the VMAX. This one, super cool artwork, right?
Yes.
Ferocious.
Yes.
He has Smash Turn, again, another Volt Switch type thing. Does 30, switches out, exact same as our beater Manectric, so super cool. And then Electro Bullet, a little bit more expensive, 3 cost on this one. But again, the more energy, the more... So it's good anyways. This attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench. So 120 to the active and 30 to one of their bench. So great. Like, there's nothing bad about it at all.
I gotta say, my dog has never looked that ferocious in his whole life.
No, he's so lovable.
He never does.
And then here's the VMAX. Dynamax. So again, Bolt Storm, the only difference is the base 30 versus the base 10 on the little one, but everything else is the same. It times this by 30 for all yellow energy on our side of the field anywhere. And then Max Bolt, 3 energy cost. During your next turn, you can't use Max Bolt again. So you're going back and forth between the two. So it's just really strong damage.
Yeah.
Really solid damage here, especially when you start adding in some of our item cards.
Yep.
So that's it for the Pokemon. Speaking of items, let's get into them. So we are running double Electro Power, single Escape Rope, double Evo Soda, double Netball, single Rescue Stretcher, double Switch, single Ultra Ball. So this is kind of the big, like, this is the deck right here. This giant syringe thing.
Yeah. Pretty awesome looking artwork, honestly.
Yeah. So all of our electric pokes do 30 more damage to the active Pokemon. So it doesn't affect the bench stuff.
No.
But 30 extra damage goes a long way.
Yeah, that's the difference in securing certain KOs. Like, having that...
It tips you over the edge, and now you get it.
Yeah, that's like having an extra energy on the board when you use Bolt Storm.
Yes, it's so useful.
Yep.
It's so powerful. It changes the math for what your opponent's expecting based on if they're just counting the energy.
Yeah.
So you can throw them off, too.
Yep.
Single escape rope, we'll get to that in a minute as to why, but it's a secondary Guzma, basically. Yep. It's super important in this deck to have the escape rope, in my opinion. Double Evo Soda, really good, because we have some evolutionary lines we want to get to. We have 4 different evolutionary lines, so not bricking and getting where we need to when we need to kind of thing.
Super important.
Double Netball gets us the folks we need on the bench. Again, we have a lot of evolutionary lines, gets us what we need, and it's a great item card that does that.
Yes.
And then the Rescue Stretcher, pretty self-explanatory. Either puts things in the deck, but most likely to the hand.
Yeah.
Double Switch, I never leave home without it. PMC staple. Ultra Ball's great in this deck. Because we're running Dynamotor, we're not afraid to discard energy.
Yeah, and we're not, honestly, we're not afraid to like discard things like Mareep.
Correct. We can discard a Mareep, we can discard Electrike or an extra Magnetric. There's a lot of potential fat we can discard to search what we need to when we need to.
Yep.
So yeah, we're running 2 stadiums, Stormy Mountains, basically again more free search.
Yeah, like it seems like overkill, but it's really not. Like it makes a difference having all these things.
Well, and it's good to have some. If we're not running an actual stadium card, we would need to fill it with like Flannery or Vacuum or something to get rid of other stadium cards.
And then do we want to burn supporter cards?
Exactly,
that kind of stuff.
It's easier for us to just play a stadium of our own.
Yes,
and then it gives us extra benefits. And then for our. We'll skip down here and go over our supporters. It's kind of what you see is what you get. There's not too much to talk about here. We have 1 Beatty, 1 Cynthia, 1 Guzma, 2 Hops, 1 Lady, 1 Lysander, 2 Pokey Kids, Eevee, 1 Tate and Liza, and double Volkner. Going the electric gym here from, I believe he's 7th gen? 6th gen?
I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. But anyway, let us know in the comments what generation he's from.
What generation? Maybe he's 4th gen. I don't know. But yeah, this dude's awesome. He is like so like on paper. So basically, he grabs 1 item and 1 electric energy, reveal them, put them to your hand, shuffle your deck. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you start playing the deck, it really does put so much work.
Especially once you get Boltund set up or Boltund VMAX set up, you can Volkner for another electric energy and then an electro power. Adds another 60 damage.
Does way more.
To your
60 damage in 1 turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, and again, he can search any item card, so that's why we're running heavier items. That's why we have the escape rope that we don't always run.
Yeah.
Maybe we're running another Evo Soda. We might only run 1 in a different format. So Volkner's good with all these items. That's why we're running them. So speaking of items, we do have 2 more here.
Yeah.
We've got the Muscle Band.
Yep.
Extra 20 damage. This is actually one of your calls.
Yeah. So I play a deck similar to this on my own.
Yep.
And the Muscle Band is...
Obviously, it's your dog.
Yeah. The Muscle Band is the difference between picking up certain KOs.
Like the Electro Power.
Yeah, exactly.
And then same exact conversation, but a different version.
Yeah, so this is mostly for... Well, I mean, you can use this on the Electro Bullet version
You use it on Electro Bullet version of Ollie. We can also use it on the... Jolteon VMAX does really, really well there, as well as the... Oh, I think that's it.
No, that's it.
So that's why it's the Jolteon VMAX, the Jolteon V. So there's 4 Pokemon that could potentially benefit from this 1 item.
Yeah.
So it actually does have a lot more oomph in this deck than you might think. And again, being able to do 130 to somebody on the bench, now you're killing like a fully evolved... insert Pokemon here that's like a single prize version.
Yeah.
You could potentially be one-shotting them at 130 with the Jolteon VMAX.
Yep. So, yeah, and then we've got a couple speed electric energies.
Oh, it's only to V and GX, but
that's fine. Because Jolteon's doing 100 to the bench. If it's a single prize Pokemon, you're getting the 2-hit KO. If it's a V, you're getting the 2-hit KO.
You're getting 2-hit KO.
So, the telescopic scope.
It really
sight,
does push
I'm sorry. Yeah, and then we got a couple speed electric energies, just extra
really
card draw.
great. Draw 2 so fast.
Yep, and then 12 electric energies.
Just to fill out the deck. So yeah, this deck is all about going fast and giving us as many options as we want. There's so many different ways. Like, between not even counting the fact that they all have low to no retreat cost. Then you add in the fact that we have Escape Rope, Guzma, Tate and Liza, and Double Switch. Like, we can just get around kind of wherever we want, and we pick our battles.
Yeah.
So we're really, really excited to show this off. As usual with all of our, this mini-series of, like, all of our gym decks, the battle video will be, or like all of the battles will be in a separate video. Link in the description to see this deck in action, and I think that's pretty much it. Please hit the thumbs up. If that big red subscribe button is down there, please, we invite you to hit it. If it's gray, go hit that bell button, and you get up to date every time we put up a new Pokemon TCG online video, whether it's a deck list or the battles itself.
All right, guys, we're gonna catch you in the battles. Till next time, I've been Zero,
and I'm Justin.
Class is dismissed.